Namaste. Hare Krishna Manantara. Shri Agni. Namaste. Namaste. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. Ana Bekoak Gedulat Yemineka Tatil Ana Bekoak Gedulat Yemineka Tatil Gerura Gabel Rinat Ameka Sagvenu Daharenu Nora Na Gibor Na Gibor Dolshei Ihudeka Kebabat Shomram Balkem Daharem Rachamei Jidkateka Damid Gomram Namaste. Ab Namaste. Namaste. Tekukun hanefeshe. Keteru. Hokma. Bina. My eyes should focus even though it's Sabbath. It should work, even during Sabbath. Day, my eyes, sorry. Yeah, it's just my left eye, I think. Chesed. Kabbalah. Separat. Okay. Wow. Netzach. Hod. Yesod. Malchut. Chassin. Katosh. Perov. Duveka. Nahel. Adateka. I'll say it again. Chassin. Chassin. Katosh. Perov. Duveka. Nahel. Adateka. Yakid. Ge. Le Ameka. Bene. Sorry. Lazy on Sabbath now. That's like I'm changing, in a way I didn't expect. Yakid ge le ameka bene Yakid ge le ameka bene zokrei gedu shateka Shabbatenu Kabel Ushma Akatenu Yodea Ta'alumot Shabbatenu Kabel Ushma Akatenu Yodea Ta'alumot Namaste. Okay, it's a silent last line. Namaste. I want to talk actually. I hope it's okay with you people, whoever's watching this. I came here to watch you do studies and stuff. There aren't that many people who want me to study or chant or not yet anyway. People want to see results. They don't want the process often. But yeah, I need to talk because something's changing. So I fell asleep last night instead of doing my ASMR that I've been doing every day. Sabbath, because Friday night last night. It's Sabbath starts from Friday night until uh, the sunrise on Sunday. So it's Friday night until the sunrise on Sunday. And after I finish my yoga studies or the ultimate NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, I just fell asleep. I couldn't help myself. I fell asleep. And I couldn't wake up until like an hour ago. And yeah, I couldn't talk until I did this Kabbalah magic. What does that mean? I'm becoming more Jewish in essence. It started like not too long ago, but when I didn't do my Kabbalah prayer on time, it was getting like I was getting worse and worse. And I want to say this again. During when I was dying, without this, I would be dead. This like helped me alive. I don't know what that means. It is a magic ritual, so it's not a normal thing. What is magic? It's something that's not natural. I did unnatural things to survive. Like I don't even want to wear my Hare Krishna towel right now. That's how Sabbathic, if that's a word, I'm being. Like I don't even want to wear this right now. I should, but just like I'm in between because these do help me when I wear them. Maybe I should just wear the belt, go halfway. So all right, let me just wear the belt. Like I write the Hare Krishna mantra every day, but I don't want to write anymore. like on Sabbath, just on Sabbath, not every day. You know, I want to write it like 6 days a week now. I don't want to write it on Sabbath. So I'm becoming more and more Jewish in essence. I don't look Jewish. It would be nice if I looked more Jewish and did Jewish things. You know, it's just what did Yahusha say? Jesus, that's Yahusha said, you know, all wine goes into old wineskin, new wine goes into new wineskin. If you mix up the two, the thing bursts. So yeah, God, I should look more Jewish if I'm gonna be more Jewish. According to Shri Yudhishthira, Arjuna Karki is gonna look more Jewish. And Namo Arjuna Karki, I can't say that in any other language. I don't want to. Oh, I forgot to post it, huh? I could post it now. Let me post my video while I'm at it. So I have a lot more free time. Saturday afternoon, I gotta do my afternoon Kabbalah Magick. Like, you know, otherwise I will. Let's put it this way: if I don't do my Kabbalah Magick, I'll slowly decline, like as the hours go by. How come I cannot post it? What the hell? Oh, never mind. Hit the post. I just didn't refresh. See what happens on Sabbath? I got lazy. My mind gets lazy. It's like I don't think I did it. I thought I did it. I didn't think. So I'm wondering what I should do for Sabbath, because I want to stay like on live. I just don't want to do my regular stuff. I want to take my Sabbath. But that like used to never happen before. What can I do? Just because I think I wanna stay on, so I'm gonna go by that. I wanna stay on for. It's been like 15 minutes now. Okay, so I should go to my website. Do I want to share with you guys anything? Yeah, I write them Hare Krishna Manandara every day, but Sabbath is taking over. I don't want to write on Sabbath. I did it. Well, I did it every day for survival because it really helped me survive. Now it's gotten to a point I don't need to do it to survive, so I'm not gonna do it because it's not that, you know, it's mandatory to follow Sabbath. It's just that on Sabbath you do just your Sabbath things and nothing else. Like for me, that's the Kabbalah Magick. If I don't do it, I'm gonna die. But I don't want to do anything else, you know. That's why I said I'm becoming more Jewish in essence. And then I wish I looked more Jewish, so it goes hand in hand, you know. Old wine in old wineskin, new wine in new wineskin. And once again, Yiddish Tweeter said, Arjuna Karaki will look Jewish. He didn't say the word Jewish. He actually said he'll create a whole new race on earth, on the earth. That's not from me, that's from Yiddish Tweeter. Yiddish Tweeter, Yiddish Tweeter. The prettiest sounding name in Mahabharata, who was a direct incarnation of Shri Brahma. Can I just say Brahma instead of saying Shri all the time? It's really hard to say Shri. I think I'm gonna hurt myself saying Shri, Shri, Shri all the time. Or maybe not on Sabbath. How's that? Yeah, I want to stay on, but I don't know what to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about politics. Politics on Sabbath. I only talk about politics on Sabbath. Which means I cannot post this on YouTube. Yeah, I'm thinking I could talk about politics, but you know, like people are gonna either hate me or like me. There will be no in between. Like I'll be dividing the whole thing into two halves. I don't know if I want that. Let me just see what's on my X page and see if I can talk about stuff. I'm not gonna show you what I'm looking at, not just yet anyway. You know, even if I do decide to show you these, like, you know, what is it? Don't go full retard. Like, don't go 100% on the first day. So Brazil apparently banned X, or for what's formerly known as Twitter. I won't state my opinions. I don't think I have any. But it is what it is. And what I said is the truth. Brazil banned Twitter or X. Sorry for blowing smoke at you. But this is digital, so it's okay. That's the difference between digital and physical. If you were here and I did this, then your health might be compromised, like nano wise speaking. It's like you still affected me. Yeah, that's in your head. So this is like a good practice. Like this is how I am on Sabbath, I guess. Just feel like I don't care about anything. That's how I feel. Like I don't care if I die. I do care, but not as much. That's my point. And that sounds really strange, even to me. Okay. So X has a problem of like. So you say you were gonna talk about politics. X, you're talking about X doesn't update like stuff as fast as other websites, or maybe it's because quantum computing isn't here yet. So then even if somebody looks at my video, I wouldn't know because it hasn't updated itself. The only way I know is as link clicks, but it says 0 views. So I'm assuming that maybe 2 people have seen like the video, or took a peek at it. I have 2 setups going on, 2 laptops, an old laptop and the one that I'm using to broadcast. I've initially bought a cheap laptop because I don't have a lot of money, and but it didn't work out so well, and then I spent a little more bucks, and hence this laptop, which is pretty much perfect. It's not even that expensive. It's like sometimes when you try to save money, saving money, the amount of money you save equals the amount you're gonna suffer. It may not be that always, but it's generally true in my case, in my life. The amount of money that I try to save equals the amount of more suffering. So money equals the money you don't spend equals suffering, or the amount of suffering, according to the to how much you're trying to save. So if you're trying to save $200, that $200 worth of suffering for you. So money kind of replaces that. And according to Mahabharata, there are 4 kinds of people who seek God. The first is people who know God, like they just innately know who God is. Number 2, the people who know God is the first class people. Second class people who know God, I should say people of God. The second class people of God is people who seek wealth from God. And you might say, like, that sounds really contradictory, but not really, because most people who seek wealth, they don't seek it from God. So to believe, even to believe that God has money itself is like a really, really high form of faith. I'll talk about that as days go on more, because I don't have money, so who am I to talk about money? The third class people of God is people who inquire about God, and all this is from Bhagavad Gita. So I'm not making this stuff up here, and it's starting to make sense. That's why I'm talking about it. Third class of people, the one below the ones who seek wealth from God, not from the world, but from God. And there are some examples of this in the world. Donald Trump might be one of them. Shit, I said shit and Donald Trump. Holy crap! Does that mean I can't post this on YouTube? And I'll post it. I don't. Nobody watches my video, so I don't think it matters that much as of now. But so yeah. So right below that is people who inquire about God. People who ask, who is this person called God? They have nothing better to do, so they're asking around, like, who is God? What kind of person is God? And the fourth class of people of God is people who are in dire distress. People who are saying, help me, God, or I'm gonna die. And instead of seeking help from the world in their dire distress, they're seeking God. And that's why they're still the people of God. They're seeking God in order to be saved. Instead of doing their horrible dark deeds to be saved, they're asking God to be saved. And Krishna himself said all these 4 classes are noble people. They're separate from the non-people of God, or people of no God. So what I said, the four classes of people of God, they're all noble people. And once again, the first is people who know God. Second is people who seek wealth from God. Third is people who inquire about God because they got nothing better to do. And fourth is people who are dying, who are seeking help from God and from no one else. So these are the four classes of people of God, according to Bhagavad Gita. When I first read it, it didn't make any sense, but now it's starting to make sense to me. Is this too early for people? Is that what it is? Like Sabbath morning show. Oh, the title says Kabbalah Magick, so they probably still think I'm doing my. I should just do that, Mr. Pig. Why am I Mr. Pig? I said this in some of my videos. I'll describe again. I didn't make that name up. It was given to me by one of the alphabet agencies. I'm not gonna say which one it is. You have to figure that one out yourself. But most of the time, especially since my fatal incident, I think that I'm just like everybody else. But apparently, I'm not, because I was on major TV shows and as a professional extra and major like Hollywood production movies. And Hollywood movies, they film in New York City, they film in LA, and they also film in Georgia. It's not just in LA they film. They use one of these three major locations, and among other places too. So I will not be doing my regular thing on Sabbath. Let me check. I need to go to, because I'm now. Yeah, my synagogue is in a process of moving. I don't think they're open yet. Yeah, they're in the process of moving, so everything they are doing right now is online, it seems. And once again, there are three, just like Christianity has different denominations. Judaism also has like three different types. There are Orthodox and traditional and Reformed. I belong to the Reformed congregation. Yeah, I don't see. I would like to go to my synagogue. I got nothing better to do. Like all I do is just try to heal, and I don't wanna heal today. What does that even mean? Like I'm like I said it like 7 times now. I'm becoming more Jewish, more and more Jewish in essence. It's not that I'm required to take my Sabbath. It's just that I really don't want to do anything on Sabbath. And I wasn't always like that. It just started happening. It's like, well, you should take your son. It's like, no, 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 no. I don't want to do anything on Sabbath. It has to do with my desire. My desire says, take it easy. And God, if you're listening, you must be listening. I'm broadcasting to people of the world. Since you're listening, I would like you to make me look more Jewish. Because Yahusha, your son, himself said, all wine belongs into old wineskins. New wine belongs to new wineskins. It just goes hand in hand, so people don't get freaked out. And according to Yutish Tuira, he said it himself that Arjuna Karaki will create a whole new race on earth. So let it be fulfilled, please. And I ask you, in your son, King Yahusha's name. I'm not gonna ask more than once or whatever, because it's not an emergency. And while I'm at it, dear God, let me please work as a professional extra for major film and major Hollywood production companies, as I did before. I was an extra for a total of 6-7 years. In 3.5 years, I was a SAG extra. Like that was the life. So I also ask you this in your son, King Yahusha's name. Amen. Amen. Sorry, Christian habit. Namaste. Sanskrit is a universal language. How long has it been? I want to stay on for like an hour, 45 minutes, so maybe I'll stay on for 15 more minutes. You know what the difference is between X and all the other websites like YouTube, Twitch? Is it even Rumble? Maybe not Rumble. But on Twitch, there was always somebody watching me when I was on live. When I was on YouTube, there was always one person watching me when I was on YouTube. Not with X, probably not with Rumble. I appreciated it. I was like, hey, somebody's watching. But now I'm all alone. I gotta remind myself, people are gonna watch this later, Yeah. I'll talk about some of the things and people who I'm following on X. I can't talk about all of them, But Brooklyn Museum, I'm following Brooklyn Museum, Guggenheim Museum, two very, very, very good museums. Also, posts of cats. Cats are taking over the internet. There's nothing better on the internet sometimes other than cats. Following IMDb, I'm following the dog of Elon Musk. Alan or Elon? Elon Musk. I said IMDb already. I'm following Baroque because I love the Baroque music. Is it the Baroque music or just Baroque music? I'm also following American Museum of Natural History. And once again, I'm not going to tell you all the people that I'm following don't want to be controversial. Like I'm practicing the yoga system, which, the first arm of yoga is nonviolence. So for me to even try to be controversial is kind of going against that. I know that by instinct. So nobody told me to do this or that. Just my instinct says. I'm also following the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I think the Met is it's probably the best museum in New York, period. And then American Museum of Natural History, that's number 2. I mean, why is an American Museum of Natural History number 1? Because I believe museums should be more artsy. Maybe that's why. I'm also following Spotify. I'm following YouTube. I'm also following XLive. And all the others I'm not going to talk about. Oh. Is there anything else I want to do? Sabbath meme sharing. Memes I haven't shown yet. I did a Q&A session in YouTube. I probably won't do it in YouTube again for a really long time. I think I'll use my Saturdays on X as a Q&A session if people have any questions. In case they have any questions. Maybe I'll share with you a good instant noodles hack. There's a meme about it too. Can I post it? Can I? So I only vegan instant noodles because I'm a vegetarian. But it's not often that you'll find Hindu vegetarian noodles. what a Hindu vegetarian is, an eggless vegetarian. I don't eat eggs. I drink milk. So that's a good hack for your instant noodles. You know, pour in some vegan eggs. Also put frozen vegetables in it. It makes the noodles not too hot also when you put the frozen vegetables in. Kind of cools it down, which is a good thing. So yeah, those are my 2 hacks for instant noodles. It works great. I should buy the vegan egg because I think it'll taste better. Let me see if I could share with you something else. Oh yeah, so yeah, I couldn't even talk before I did my Sabbath morning magic ritual. Now it's like a magic ritual. It's not a prayer. It's if I don't do it, I'm gonna die. What does that even mean? Like I should be dead. The prayer, the magic ritual is keeping me alive. So it's no longer a prayer. It's a form of magic because I should be dead. It's like, no, you're lying. No. You don't understand. The pain will not go away unless I did my magic ritual, Kabbalah magic. And I think I said it many times. Vampires need blood to survive. I need my Kabbalah magic to survive. That sounds really unnatural. I'm worried myself. Like I'm worried about you. Like I'm worried myself. Like I cannot not go without my Kabbalah magic. It didn't always used to be like that. I mean, I never did my Kabbalah magic until I started dying. And I called it a prayer until recently I realized that it's not really a prayer because I'm unnaturally keeping myself alive. Is there such a thing as a zombie? I guess the technical classification of who I am is a zombie because Kabbalah magic is like it's like my blood if I were a vampire. And since I'm calling it Kabbalah magic now, then rather than a prayer, it's starting to make more sense. Oh yeah, during the afternoon Kabbalah prayer or the magic ritual, I'll explain to you what I do, and it's gonna sound really eerie. But what if somebody realizes, yeah, I think he's not supposed to be walking around. I think he's a zombie. The magic is keeping him alive. Without the magic, he's gonna. Let me see if anybody's watching my video. X doesn't update itself. So you have to manually see. No, nobody. People are gonna watch this later. I'm also gonna upload this on YouTube. The meme is still on, huh? Is there any other meme that I wanna put on while I'm talking? That's a good idea. I'll just put on a meme while I'm talking. And all these are my memes. I made them. And I'll just change my meme. I shouldn't care, if there are good memes or bad memes anymore. I'll just put them on like an ad as a form of an advertisement. As a form of advertisement. when there was no internet and there was only, TV broadcasting from major companies, people were more similar to each other. In a way, kind of made people be unified. They thought the same thing. They watched the same thing. They, you know. Mm. Yeah, TV is a form of mass hypnosis. That's the truth. Specifically talking about television, not like the internet stuff. Because on the internet, like, you have, choices. Especially like YouTube, you have so many choices. So there's a huge disconnect or disconnects between like different subcultures now. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, oh, you're not into this. Mm. Hmm. I'm gonna put away on YouTube. I'm put away my donation link on my videos. On the channel, I'll keep it, but on the videos, I'll take them out because it's becoming an eyesore. It's like I think if people wanna give me money, they'll give me money. I don't have to tell them to give me money. Should I do that now? Yeah, while I'm talking, I'll do that. Go ahead and start taking off my donation watermarks. It's pretty simple. I'm getting used to doing this stuff. Ooh, uh, no, it's okay. So yeah, if you are an X, I have a YouTube page also. About 75% of X users use YouTube. And it's the same username. It's Mr. underscore pig underscore 42. 42 comes from the Kabbalah Magick ritual. And the name of this magic is called the 42-letter name of God. And I do this purely for my survival. I'm Mr. Pig. I'm not pious. Be sure to find a person who is pious. Go to a monk. I look a little more like a monk because I cut my hair. Because I don't want to admit it, but when I was doing yoga once every 3 days, that's when I took my showers. Because after yoga, you have to take a shower because there's sweat everywhere. I don't want to. Even I want to take a shower after having performed yoga. Now I'm doing it like every day, pretty much. So now I need to take showers pretty much every day. Like, you're not doing yoga today. Does that mean you're not gonna take a shower today? No comment. No effing comment. I don't want to do anything on Sabbath anymore. Besides going to a synagogue, if my synagogue has a physical location now, in a week, I think. They're in the process of moving once again. I don't know how long that'll take. I kind of like my meme up there. It says TV unites all viewers into one. Too bad, like, nobody's watching it right now. Welcome to Mr. Pig TV. Yeah, it's a perfect time for me to do like a TV show. Because on Sabbath, I tend to talk a little more. Now, since I'm becoming more and more Jewish in that sense, and not Maluk yet, which is kind of a shame. It's becoming Mr. Pig show on Saturdays. So welcome to the preliminary version, the prototype version of Mr. Pig TV. Live on Saturdays and maybe even on Friday nights. I have no idea. That means the ASMR is only gonna be 5 days a week from now. For now. From now on. Because I'm not gonna do it on Friday nights because it's Sabbath. Unless I feel really diligent and want to do it during the day, but that defeats the purpose of doing ASMR. Yeah, I can't even chant today. I do 32 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra chanting every day, or so I thought. Now I can't even do that. So on Fridays, I'm only gonna be chanting for 16 rounds. The loud chanting, the audible chanting, not too loud. My subscribers for YouTube has been stuck at 108 for the last few days, and that's like a sign. And if you have the Sanatana Taima, you should know the number, the significance of the number 108. They tend to discredit me because I don't look Indian. I used to look Indian, and they don't even believe that. Not all of them. Some of them do believe it, and there are so few that I can't even talk about them. But the ones who believe are that usually like people should be scared of these people who believe that I used to be Indian, because I don't think they're human. Like, no, I'm human. It's like, no, you have faith, like real faith. You're not human. Humans don't have faith. Some humans do. They should come up with a new term because 99% of people don't have faith. 99% plus. Like I only have a quarter mustard seed of faith. And that's because of my fatal injuries. Once I'm fully healed on my faith, I'll have a mustard seed of faith. It's hard to believe when you're suffering so much. It's taking me a little less effort to talk than before. Like when I first started streaming, it took me 20 times the amount of effort of a normal person to speak. Now it's taking me like 10 times, like half the 20 times, half as much effort. I just want to talk normal again. So nobody's watching it on X. what I'm hoping for is that I hope that I find good people on X. Because if it's this, what I'm doing is a test from God for people on X, because I'm only doing this because God tells me to do and because I need to survive, surviving and believing God goes hand in hand sometimes, most of the time. Most of the time, unless God tells you, no, you have to die on a cross, but nobody's told me that, so. All right, I'm gonna put another a different advertisement. That's a cool meme. Did I use that last time? I'll just put it on. Ta-da. I could see why people use, a lot of people use the MacBook. It makes you feel like you're doing something a lot more artsy than using PC. Wow, I already went for an hour. Maybe I'll stay on for half more hour. But yeah, I just hope that there are good people on X. People say that there are good people, and if they turn out to be not so good people, I'm not the dumbest person on the planet. If I, see that the general population of X are not really good people, then they might be in trouble. Because I'm not just here by myself. I'm here with God. And if people on X don't believe that I'm here because God told me to come here in the name of King Yahusha, even, then they're in a lot of trouble. But hopefully, time will fix that. Because I just started doing this. I can't accuse anybody of anything, not yet anyway. I don't want to accuse anybody, period. No, we didn't think you were from God in the name of King Yahusha. You were doing all this Sanskrit stuff. Read Revelation. People will speak a new living language in the end. The beginning, the new beginning is the end. The new beginning, which will last for about 10,000 years. And that's practically, that's practically forever. For humans anyway. Humans can't think beyond 1,000 years. Even 1,000 years is too much for a human being to process. So 10,000 years is what is known as forever, or a form of eternity, if you will. Oh yeah, we didn't think you were from God in the name of King Yahusha because you were doing all this Sanskrit stuff. Sanskrit doesn't belong to Christianity. Even some Jews study Sanskrit. Jews spoke perfect Sanskrit 5,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, there were still some Jews talking, being able to speak Sanskrit. If you, in the beginning was the Word, if you are against words of any language, mind you, especially Sanskrit, because it's not just a language, it's a living language. I don't know what to tell you if you're against, a whole language. Like, that's not a Christian language. In the beginning was the Word. It must have been a Christian word. Like, my God, please help these people in the name of King Yahusha. Oh yeah, so there was a thing that X posted. Maybe I could show it. And this surprised the crap out of me. And YouTube is gonna enjoy this because they're gonna be like, look how dumb people on X are. I didn't even. I wasn't even trying. It's just like I'm staying neutral here. I was, the first arm of yoga is non-violence. But if somebody's doing things that they're not preaching, and mind you, I'm not a monk. I'm Mr. Pig. I'm a pig, not a monk. I have the right to point it out. The hypocrisy, I mean. And hopefully it'll, showing these will help them fix themselves. But I don't know yet. So let me show you. No, I'm gonna save this. I think I do things a little faster when I'm not online broadcasting. Okay, I'll save it to my desktop for easy access. Ta-da! No. I closed that by an accident. Okay, where is the so so these are this is at least one particular individual on X. He just so it says, are you a genius? What numbers do you see? And 99% of the people, 99+% of people put 3974, as you can clearly see there. It's not that obscure. I put 3974 and 0. Let me point that out. 0. It's 3974 and 0. And one commenter had the audacity to say, first he said, I don't there's no 0, how? Point out where there's a 0. That was his thing. And so I said, well, and this is a real person on X. It alarmed me, and I said there's 3974 is enclosed by a large 0. That's how I responded, and I thought that was it. But no. The same person responded. This is just a circle. But I could see how you would think that. That's what he wrote back to me. And then I got really, really alarmed. I was shocked. I didn't expect such a reply from a real person. I mean, yeah, there are all kinds of people on the internet, but by isn't one person replies like in that way, you could assure yourself that it's not just one person; it's at least a group of people. Humans are not that much. Human are more of a pack species than an individual species. So it can really alarm me, thinking like, you know, maybe he just wanted to argue. You can't argue math, and that's like going against God. You don't argue with math. You don't argue with God. So I pointed out that this is not a round circle, it's an oval circle. Zero is an oval circle, and so is this. And he didn't respond after that. But it really shocked me. So, now I'm wondering if like me broadcasting live on X is like a form of a test from God to see how much of a godly people they are. It's one thing to say you're godly, it's another thing to act that you're godly. They're two different things. God would rather choose people who are godly and not believe in God, who act godly and not believe in God, than people who say that they are godly and not act accordingly. And I just got like 0.2% of my frames dropped on X. I don't know what it means yet. I'm not gonna go make conclusions just yet. But it's I mean, I don't even have, I didn't even have enemies on YouTube. We had trolls on YouTube. Trolls are everywhere. Maybe that was a troll. Maybe that's, something I could give credit for. So yeah, let me change that picture right back. I couldn't believe the person had the audacity to say, that's not a zero, it's just a circle. I responded by saying, what else are you neglecting? And why are you neglecting it? This is okay. So since people now, I see that people don't think correctly. This guy was born in the USA. Even I wasn't born in the USA. I'm an American citizen. I was born in South Korea. But this individual was born in San Francisco, I believe. So he's technically more American than I am. But my point is that 99+% people don't think that is even American. Is X dropping more frames? Not yet. The worst possible case scenario is that I'm forced back to YouTube because X doesn't approve my messages. It goes against their thing. That's the worst case scenario. I say the worst because I expected a lot better from something better from X. Hopefully that's not the case. And once again, I said this on YouTube, but aliens came in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Aliens came to the Earth to demolish it because they were building a galaxy highway, and Earth was in the way, so they wanted to just get rid of it. So they came one day to do the job, and people started complaining, "Oh, you didn't give us any notices or messages," and the aliens were like, "Yes, we did." And the Earthlings found the notice in a library, in the basement of a library. You figure out why I'm telling you this. Yeah, like, let me remind you, if you don't do godly things and proclaim that you believe in God, you're in like a lot more trouble than people who say that they don't believe in God but do the right things. Oof, oof, oof. There will always be hypocrites. This is not heaven. This is the earth. Earth is sort of a purgatory. And I'm kind of saddened by all this because I expected a little better from X. Is God's message to me saying that all people are the same, like no matter which side they're on? Should I have known that before coming in here? Quite alarming. Oh, New York mayor, I think his name is Adams. He just burnt 4 tons of weed. I don't use cannabis anymore. I graduated from using cannabis. I plan never to use it ever again. I'm done with it. I have nothing against it. I wanted to say, the cannabis holocaust, but that might be sensitive to some people. But so I wrote weed execution as a comment. 4 tons of cannabis burnt. That's a lot of money. Wasting money. I'm saying this because cannabis is a plant. It's a living thing. It might not be as alive as, and I'm saying this as an eggless, which means Hindu, vegetarian. I eat vegetables. They're not as live as animals, but they're still alive. I'm grateful that I'm, eating vegetables. So yeah, I can't tell people what to eat because it might not be the right thing for me. Everything is alive. I mean, not everything. Plants are alive. part of me is telling me expect the worst. I don't want to go there. Is it my karma to find out that there's no such thing as the right side? I'll put this on. I'm not being narcissistic. Maybe I'm, tiny little, but that's not my motive. My motive is to give you a message. What's the message? That I'm not just anybody. 99% of people don't get 99.9% of people don't get featured for a major film production companies or company. I have a theory about what's gonna happen. I'm not the dumbest person. I'm not a monk or I don't prophesy. Not yet anyway, but I have an idea of what's gonna happen to in my life. I think I'll end up with my friends and live with them for eternity. I don't even know who these friends are, but they'll be friends with me forever. And they're my friends because they're the best people on the earth. So now I'm beginning to have an idea of what people on the X is really like. On X, not DX. And it doesn't make me happy. Nobody believed Yahusha. Why would they believe me? I expected better from X, so I a bit disappointed. So people on YouTube are gonna rejoice. But then, 75% of X users are on YouTube. I'm gonna put this meme up again. I don't think this meme was all that important when I made it, but no, it's crucial. That was Yahusha's message. Be excellent to each other. Um, King Yahusha himself said there is no one who is good. Now that's starting to make sense too. And I also am not a monk, I'm Mr. Pig. I'm a pig. Alarming. Quite alarming. Imagine if people on YouTube watches my video more than people on X. That's gonna be really alarming. You say that you're doing the right thing, you're only saying it. That's like way, way worse than saying, not saying that you're doing the right thing. And doing the right thing, it's like heaven and hell, actually. I am not a sinner, I believe in God. Yeah, that's actually really, really bad. I'm a pig. I'm not even a human being. Even that's better than what I stated before that. Let's put it this way. If one says that he believes in God and acts, towards other humans and treat them like crap, that's like 1,000 times worse, 100 times worse. I'll be nicer than a person who says he doesn't believe in God, but loves other human beings. 1,000 times worse. You have a responsibility when you state that you believe in God. Otherwise, you're gonna deal with a lot worse karma caused by no one else other than yourself. There were nice people on YouTube. YouTube has, the quarter of the population. You got the excellent, good, bad, and ugly, the whole spectrum. But I did find some like excellent people on YouTube. I know it's my first day doing this, just streaming without a purpose, Sabbath. Can I change my title? No, X doesn't let me change the title. Now, did X drop my frame? No, they haven't dropped my frames. And once again, I apologize for not looking Jewish, because I'm a Jewish Kabbalist, and I should look more Jewish. And I ask God to make me look Jewish so people understand where I'm coming from. And I have a quarter mustard seed of faith that He will do it one day. And then I think that'll really divide the line between good people and bad people. Because imagine that one day I look really Jewish, and that's gonna cause a lot of reactions. And then you'll know who the true people of God is and who are not, who say that they are. It's like, what did Yahusha say? Sifting wheat. Let me look it up because I want to be correct. A vigorous shaking that separated the chaff from the kernel. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. The only thing I see on X is not the only thing, but the one thing that stands out to me from people on X is the chaff. The kernel exists. There are good people on X. The chaff also exists. And that's news to me. That's, reality check. The chaff exists. The chap has two choices: repent, change your ways, or not. Yeah. What if I told you YouTube and X are the same thing as of now? There's not much of a difference. They say that they're different, but as far as I could tell, it's not. There's not a too much of a distinction. X might as well be YouTube. YouTube might as well be X. Is that a way of thinking like a Jew? I questioned that myself. Now, since I started talking about Jews, I'll show you a meme about them. And all these are my memes, I made them. And one of my friends, she was Jewish, and she complained to me that, you know, our, family members, like, cousins, not direct family member, but cousins, uncles, etc. They don't like her family because they're Jewish and the others were not. And it's starting to make sense, which is really bad because I didn't wanna see the bad in people. Nobody wants to see the bad in people. You don't go on and say like, "Hey, look how bad they are." But when it shows itself, you have no choice but to acknowledge it. It's like, wow, they don't like her because she's Jewish. Like, a human being thinks that way, then I must not be a human being. I don't think that way. Like, what did they do to you? Like, did they, try to kill your whole family or something? Is that why you don't like Jews? Or, did they get stabbed to death? Like, unless like one of your family members has been stabbed to death. And I'm saying this from a personal experience. What is the reason for the hatred? Yeah, it didn't make any sense that her non-Jewish family members hated her because she was Jewish. Now it's starting to make sense. And if this is how they treat Jews, how are they gonna treat me who claims that he's a Jew but doesn't even look like a Jew? And if God exists, and I think he does, he's gonna make me look at least a little more Jewish in the future sometime. I don't know when. I'll say about within 5 years, about 4 years from now, or less. So, because one thing God likes to do is to teach people a lesson. He made a hobby out of it, I think. You gotta enjoy what you do. Yeah, my initial conclusion at the moment about, people on YouTube and people on X is that there is not much of a difference. They're just the same people on different sides. And that's really sad. But it should make sense, I'm living on the earth, I'm not living in Venus, the planet of love. I'm living on the earth. Yeah, wake up, self. It's like realize. Well, if you believe in such a thing, such thing as revelation, before the end comes, there'll definitely be two sides. People of God, and this will include people who don't even believe in God, but act accordingly. That, act as if there is a God, who say that there's no God, but who act as if there was a God, there is a God. And the other side will be people who don't believe in God, but that will also include people who say that they believe in God, but act as if there is no God. That is to say, liars. X drop more frames. I hope it's just an internet thing and not X the company. I got kicked out of Twitch. I got kicked out of Rumble. Think about it. I got kicked out of Rumble. The only time YouTube did something bad to me was when I was bad mouthing them, saying that I said, YouTube is a bar, and X is like a lounge. It's like a lounge is better than a bar. And then I thought about what I said, and then I realized that YouTube has been the nicest. All this is confusing me at the moment, but I know the initial conclusion from all this now. The implication is far more severe than I thought. You go to one side proclaiming that they believe in God, and sometimes, a lot of times, they don't act as if there's a God. That's way worse than people who don't believe in God and act as if they don't believe in God. You may as well say that you don't believe in God and act as if there's no God. It's kind of like me, I don't look Jewish, and I'm acting if I don't do my Jewish things, I will die. But since I don't look Jewish, it's kind of there's this there's a disconnect, or there's a better word for it, but I can't think of it now. But hypocrisy. So I'm a little sad. But did I not expect hypocrisy from the earth? I like women better than men in general, as you know, as friends. They're more flexible. Because I think women primarily operate based on love, you know. They're more loving than the other side, the other sexual orientation. People might call me a blasphemer for saying what I'm going to tell you now, but I'll tell you anyway. For an eternity, about 24 trillion years, 18 trillion years ago, I was a woman for an eternity. Maybe that's why I like cats. And that crazy cat lady who should have 100 cats who don't have, I can't have pets. Alright, so maybe I should have a little more faith on X. I'm just disappointed because, you know, they say that there are better people, and you find out that, and this is like, I expected them to be better. You know, I wasn't even here to start accusing. That's a strong word, accusing, or form opinions. It just showed itself. That's the earth for you. It's full of hypocrisy. Well, the thing is this. One side is doing something that's really evil. The other side is not so evil. And another thing is the one side that is doing evil, only a few people are doing that, committing that evil. The rest of that side has no idea what the few are doing. Kind of like brainwashed. So I'm dealing with brainwashed people versus hypocrites. Duh. Sorry, that's putting it like really bluntly. I'm trying to sift the, what is the term? The chaff from the kernel. There are chaffs among you, Colonel. I'm talking to X. Yeah, it's a lot of frames being dropped. In case X is dropping my frames, I'm gonna say this. You gotta do the right thing. Especially if you say that you're doing the right thing. I'm also saying that to people on X. You gotta do the right thing if you're saying that you're doing the right thing. or else you'll be like me, a person who does all the Jewish things, a Jewish Kabbalist things. The Kabbalist is it's a form of a denomination. Christians have many denominations. A Kabbalist is a sort of a denominational term. I'm able to utilize different religions if it really helps me and God. Oh yeah, so that you guys are being like me. Like I do a lot of like I am a Jewish Kabbalist. Who don't look like a Jewish Kabbalist. So incongruency, that's the term. Incongruency. And therefore I ask God to make me look a little more Jewish because I also want to be congruent. And I'm saying that according to the prophecy made by Yudhishthira 5,000 years ago, that Namo Arjuna Karaki, that he or I will be of a new race on the earth. I have faith in Yudhishthira, who was the king of earth in India, king of the earth in India around 5,000 years ago for 70, 80 years. And he ruled the entire earth. India, once again, up until 5,000 years ago, was what America is now. It had all the effulgence of America, and that was India. Up until 5,000 years ago. Everybody wanted to go to India. They wanted to live in India. Yeah, I'm a little sad. What did I expect from the people on the earth? What else did I expect from people on the earth? The same thing. Like this on YouTube is the same thing to me. And I'm saying that from my analysis. I didn't come here to tell you that I expected better. But let's just put it this way. Like now I'm concluding that people on the other side are made of like around 60-70% really good people. And on the other side, on this side, is about 60-70% really good people. The only difference is that one side, a few people in that one side, like 1% or less, fewer, sorry, are committing really, really horrible evil acts. And I definitely know now that 60% of that so-called evil side, they don't even know that is going on. That's the truth. You may call them brainwashed. Oh, they don't listen, but they might not even believe you. You can only convince people by how you behave. You can't tell people what to do or what to believe. You have to convince them by your own behavior. There are people who save ducks crossing the highway, they saved them. They don't want them to get hit by cars, so they saved them. There are people who save kittens from dying on the street when it's raining out. That I don't really care, and I'm saying this from God's point of view. From God's point of view, like God doesn't care if they believe in God or not. They are acting as if there is a God. And that's my point. That's my major point here. I'm a pig and I'm more pious than some of you. That's really effed up. Look at me, I'm using nicotine. The meme is still up. I wasn't even aware that this meme that you're seeing right now is still up. So I guess this is my message. If you proclaim that there is a God, yet hate Jews, you will not make it. You might even be a hypocrite. And if I get banned from X for saying this, I'll say you really don't have free speech. Oh, I'm just shocked at the reality of things. You know, I had a pretty good idea, and the idea just got hit by a truck. A truck going at 200 miles per hour, and my idealization of what I expected. Yeah, one thing I'm sure about, if you're listening to me, watching this, is that there's one thing that I'm sure of is that you only have friends and family in this world, and friends if you're lucky, and family if you're lucky. Should I say that I'm working for certain people? Would they even believe me? All these certain people, which I'm not gonna talk about, who I'll say they don't exist. They told me to not have pets, any pets, because the grief will kill me. Because pets don't last more than 25 years if you're really lucky. They didn't believe in Yahusha. Why would they believe me? And Yahusha was talking to, better people. And they still didn't listen. Why would they believe me? We're not any better than they were. It's just sad. I'm just sad. Maybe I'll end it with this meme here. Some people from the people that I work for really liked this meme. it's true. It's if you think this meme is funny, it's funny because it's true. I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna state my predictions now. One day, about 4 or 5 years from now, I'm gonna look a little, at least a little more Jewish, or Jewish to the point that people will say, "Oh, he must be Jewish," and the whole world's gonna freak out. And I have to wait until I look more Jewish. It's a lot of work, a lot of time. 4 years. Well, it was 2020, not the COVID shutdown was not too long ago, so it's another 4 or 5 years. 2028. So if you don't want to watch my video, check back with me on. You saw my video and you were like, I hate this guy. Check back with me 4 years from now. Hopefully, your negative feelings towards me have subsided by then. So once again, my initial analysis of people on one side versus people on the other side is that they're not that much different. There are around 60% good people on one side, and there are about 60% good people on the other side. What does that tell you? The only difference is one side has a few people, about 1% of them, committing really, really horrific acts to the point that, I'm here in the name of King Yahusha. It's not the people of the people who are on X. They're not committing that horrible act, which about less than 1% of people are committing. Yeah. Okay, I'm too sad to go on. I'm gonna wrap up here. Do I have anything else to do? I have nothing else to do. That's another reason why I'm here. Because usually I have a lot of things to do every day. But then like I'm taking Sabbath really seriously now. And from now on, I'll be taking Sabbath really, really seriously. I'm gonna seriously relax. I'm gonna seriously do nothing. I don't want to. It's not that my religion tells me so. It's just I understand why my religion tells me. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do anything. That's the proper term. No, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. I don't even want to go to the bathroom. All right, I've said too much. Have a good day, everyone. In King Yahusha's name, God bless you all. Namaste. Shabbat Shalom.